Well, hello everyone, my name is Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic. Welcome to my tying bench. It is fall in the west coast, well, northern hemisphere. West coast of BC here. It's and Alberta and BC in Canada here. Boatman, leeches, scuds, Boatman. As you can tell, I like Boatman. Yeah, when they're on, and yeah, it can be fun. So this really simple, two ingredient, super simple pattern, easy to tie for pretty well anybody. Yeah, so let's get her going. It's very successful, but super simple. So Hends BL354 in a size 10. Semperfli Nanosilk, and this is kind of a silvery gray, or in white. Semperfli Micro Chenille in white, and Pheasant tail. That's it. Ready to rock? Here we go. So a little bit of wax under my thread. Make sure she sticks to the hook. And get me started here. Get her all the way back to the curve there, just before the curve of the hook where the barb would be. Cut. Open wraps. Come on back to the front, leaving a little bit of room for your. Whoop, sorry, my finger got caught on the hook there. Leaving a little bit of room for your tie-in for your pheasant. Now, you can do natural. You can do more of a whitey silver. I've got some reds, I've got some green. Today I'm actually going to use this. Just gives it a little bit of a different look. Right, so just going to go back here. Going to grab about 6 or 8 strands of this. I don't want too much of a shellback, but I do want a shellback. So again, flatten my thread out just so catches in a little bit better. Tighten that down. Tighten that beginning. Bring her all the way back. If for those that are new, if you start tying, it automatically wants to pull the material that way, right? If you're going up and over, right? If you're tying this way. So if it starts, you just notice that it's starting to go over and not sitting on the top, just pull it towards yourself and then it'll automatically sit on the top. Okay? Just a little trick. So, right? Super simple. Done. Next, a little bit of the Micro Chenille. Nip. I'm in a bit of a weird mood today. Just finished doing a bunch of gardening outside, and fall is here, which is great for fishing, but since I'm here in central Alberta, that also means hard water season is right around the corner, and I hate ice fishing. So I like tying flies for ice fishing, but I don't really enjoy sitting in a shack, so not my thing. I'm not a drinker, right? So okay, so that's all been tied in. So now, fairly simple. I'm just going to give it a little whip finish here, just so I don't knock stuff off, knock my thread off as I'm coming forward. And yeah, the rest is just wrap. Like I said, really simple pattern. So now I just want to make sure that when I'm wrapping, that my material, those little barbules that are on there, which is actually a good thing, but I want them to lay back a little bit, and I'm going to have to spread these anyway, so but you'll see. Yeah, there you go. That's wrap it on really nice. So again, right to the front here. Now you can, if you want, go back and forth one more time just to get it a little thicker. I will do that on some, get that cigar shaped profile. Others I'll leave thin like this. I just want to have both in my box in case they're taking a a thinner profile or a fatter profile. So again, just nip that off. Just come back with your thread a little bit there, just so it's back from the eye. Then I take the Velcro part of my dubbing brush, and I'm just gonna stroke as many of these fibers down. Okay, just so it's, see how it's flattened it on the front top there? It's not perfect, but then you just want to lay this down. Try not to get too many of these front ones caught in there when you tie it in. Just see how it's sitting. Not too bad. How's it sitting there? Not bad. Then that's 3-4 wraps on top, 2-3-4 wraps in front, another one on top just to secure it. Nip off. Okay, then whip finisher. Now you can, at this point, if you feel like adding legs, the Boatman legs to it, you can. I found for this one, you don't need it for this pattern. And the nice thing with this pattern is I think they sometimes take this thing as a scud as well. So it's a good little pattern. Pretty simple, but good. Okay, so nip that off. Just going to take my lighter. So I'm going to melt just that little bit of that straggle string that got into the got close to the eye. So now I want to make sure that I get all of that material down out of my way. Right, but you got to be careful, because see what I just did there? I just hit one of my my pheasant tail fibers and broke it. So you got to be careful when you do that. Okay, and now the next step is I'm going to take some Gulf Thinman, and I'm going to put that right on top, just to help make this this shellback just a little bit more durable. And I don't want much, just a little bit. And if it's got a little bit of a bulb there, like that does there, and you see this is soaking in, which is not bad, then I'll just take my UV light and just hit that. And you see how much that white kind of shines under this UV as well. So that's one. Now I'm going to do it again, just so create just that little bit of a shellback. I don't want too much, because I don't want this thing to be too heavy on this side and right upside down. But just want to get those pheasant tail fibers coated so they don't get ripped off by the teeth of the trout, right? So again, just, and I can do a third coat too if I want, a little tiny bit on that one little leg, but I think I'm actually going to do just a tiny bit more here on this side, on your guys' side, because it didn't kind of come over to you. Tiny bit there. Again, not too much. I don't want too much. And then I'll actually even use that as my head cement. Okay, smackaroon. Hit it with the light again. So by the way, for those out there that use UV lights and stuff, I've got several of them. I picked this one up here, which is a larger one. It works, but it doesn't have very concentrated light. This little pencil-sized one, this thing is awesome. It is so bright. It takes a couple of little double A's, and it was like $8 on Amazon. So I mean, cheap, but it works really well. Alrighty, so that should be cured. Yep, that's all cured, and that's your fly. It's finished. There it is. So now you've got your pheasant tail, shellback is protected. You got those little legs sticking out that'll move, and you got that silver belly, which is very, very important when you're tying boatmen. You want that because that's the little air bubble that they carry around, right? So tie lines, everyone. I'll be tying. I think I already did one boatman. I'll be this one, and then I'll tie some leeches up here. Like I said, fall fishing time, leeches, scuds, boatmen are key. So just keep an eye on what's going on the water as well, right? So tie lines. If you've subscribed, thank you very much. If you have not, please consider doing so. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a copy of my books. And I will be giving away a selection of flies that I've tied on this channel. So share, let everybody know, and we'll go from there. Tie lines, everyone.